Oh man. Oh, dude, this is so cool. Look at this. I love this so much. It's beautiful. Hello YouTube, welcome to Swine Dane. Today we are going to have a look at Oglor, Devoted Assistant in Historic Brawl. This is the games to win by milling itself and then getting various advantages doing so. So if we look at Oglor, whenever a creature gets milled while he's on the field, it forever gains the text until the rest of the game that when it leaves the graveyard, we create a 2/2. And we can use this in a multitude of ways. So we have some ways to just let the creature gods go away from the graveyard. For example, we can just reshuffle them into the deck, and then if they get milled again, they get the same line again. We have creatures that can just remove themselves from the graveyard by being cast from the graveyard, exiling them from the graveyard with various bonuses, or cards that just exile other creatures from the graveyard, and that way we can just create a ton of 2/2 zombies to beat down at the opponent. The rest of the shell is basically a deck that tries to function even if Oglor is not on the battlefield, and I think I've done a pretty good job here. Because what ends up happening is if you mill yourself, we have a bunch of creatures that like play themselves on the graveyard as well. We have a bunch of flashback cards. We have cards that, like Magic Mirror, that are just super cheap and can just pull us ahead in value. And overall, I think this is a pretty sweet deck, and let's jump straight into some gameplay. But before we do that, remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Means a lot to me. Let's go. We are ready to play against the first sliver. And let's see. Also, by the way, guys, the support from the last video I did, the complete crafting guide for Historic Brawl, has been amazing. The video is doing very, very well. And some people asked me, why do I not have any Alchemy cards in it if it says Alchemy in the title? It says Alchemy in the title, so people know, well, like, for what time, like, if I said WoW in the title, it's about like the cards got released around WoW, right? But yeah, it's about like for this current set. And there are no Alchemy cards in there just because I don't feel like any of the Alchemy cards are worth crafting. If you wanna like have a staple collection, basically. Okay, I can do some cool stuff. I think I'm just going with the Desecrated Tomb so I can go Sprite and hold up Counterspell next turn. I think that is pretty good. Replicated Ring. Oh yeah, this is perfect by holding up the Counterspell next turn. Yep. Yeah, did you... Oh no. Is it this? Yeah, I think I put you into the grave. Yep, and then Sprite, and hold up Counterspell. Beautiful. We want to top deck a land here so we can surveil more and more with a Time Warp on the field with the Sprite. Sure. I think I can deal with that. I'm going to hold my Counterspell for other relevant cards. Like, yeah, sure. I'm just countering this now. Like, I know this is worse than the Metallic Mimic, but I just want to get the, like, tempo on the field, basically. Oh, that's a Demi-Lich. Okay, we're popping. We're absolutely popping off. Attack with Sprite. Ooh, Drowned Secrets is extremely tempting. Okay. And now it's, yep, drag into graveyard, Magic Mirror. I really wanted to get a land here. Then we have Commit to Memory, but I feel like... Okay, sure, you can try to Sliver, but after that I'm just going to make a million zombies. Put you back, and put You back? So if we commit memory, I just want to top deck a land here. Yep, graveyard. Man, I don't have that many creatures here, but I really want to like memory and then draw a bunch of cards, right? Wait, their lands are all junk. They couldn't have cast their commander anyways, right? Yeah, this doesn't produce mana towards the commander. They need to have white or blue. Okay. We're always blocking here. And it is the Metallic Mimic, I believe. I can also just... Yeah, I think I like taking this. Then top deck a land, right? And if I don't, I just cast Demilich. Yeah, I just basically need to deal with the... Yep. Oh my god, yes. Keep this as a blocker. Up. Funny. Okay. And memory is a sorcery, right? Okay. Doesn't matter. Everything gets reshuffled. And we get a bunch of creatures. Desecrated Tomb only triggers once, but I think that's pretty cool still. And we just basically want to contest the board against the Sliver deck here. Maybe it wasn't correct to block the one Sliver. I feel like Slivers is so dangerous. If you have the opportunity to remove one Sliver from their board, it's usually worth it. Like, I know it sets me back with the Oglor, but it's so good. Oh, Striped Riverwinder was already in the graveyard, so next turn you're going to see some cool stuff. With Oglor, Striped Riverwinder into Cemetery Illuminator, I believe. And what is that? Oh, double strike? What? No. Okay. There's a trample sliver though. And we have chump blockers for days. Absolute days. Yep, go Oglor. Mill myself. We go Striped Riverwinder. Yep. And now Cemetery Illuminator, exiling the Riverwinder. And that is pretty cool, I guess, right? Now we get a 1/1 and 2 2/2s from this. And we swing it in the air. Yep, goodbye Hermit. Oh man, this is so cool. I love this. They just don't have to get, like, if they get flying here, it would be awful, right? Okay, that's a Swords to Plowshares that hits my Oglor, I guess. Which is fine. Got already a bunch of value from it. But I really want to replay it to keep the value flowing, basically. And I do have some... Honestly, I'm going to triple block this Bone Scythe Sliver if it attacks. Like, he shouldn't attack with the Bone Scythe here. Yeah, opponent does it completely correct. So 2 of these die, so I can quadruple block the Cleaving Sliver. Right? Yep, if they have 1 removal spell here, okay, that is fine. If they removed one of the zombies, I would have been in trouble here. But they didn't. Yeah, we just take slivers out when we can. Like, I'd rather sacrifice... Oh, that's so good for them. Oglor again. And then... I believe we just have to go with the Malevolent Hermit. Okay, that is absolutely cracked. Just play to the board. Wait, zombie! We don't have printing data for GRPRD1. Oh, well, isn't that nice? Anyways, heal myself again. Yep, sure, I don't care. Man, this game is amazing. I love this. Okay, bone-sized sliver, sure. Pyre of Heroes, what can you get? There's so many degenerate cards they can get here, right? Okay, they're chilling for now, but they can still pot something up here. A 4-drop sliver. A 1-drop would be amazing for them, because then they get the flyer, and my zombies don't do too much then. Yep, I am going to jump on the ground while I still can, because again, sense of flying sliver coming. Yeah, we can... Yeah, I don't think we will ever need Hollow Storm Giants. I need my mana every turn. So now we just... cycle this. And we untap a land. So we basically cycle it for 1. Oh, shouldn't have played the land yet. Mistake. Enters the battlefield, put a random instant card. When you cast an instant sorcery spell from a graveyard, copy it, right? So yeah, that doesn't matter yet. Oh wait, I can just go absolutely to town next turn with like stuff like Sweet Oblivion. Okay, wait. So this costs 5, so I then go Canstrix, Sweet Oblivion, and then, oh my god, yes. Works out on mana. Again, I shouldn't have played the land. That was my mistake. Sweet Oblivion myself. And then we Covetous Castaway, shuffling back more creatures here. And now this triggers. Yep. And I shuffle more creatures back into the deck. And which one of you are perpetual? Vizier of Tumbling Sands. You have double. And then... yeah, I basically... yep. Go with you guys. Oh, oh, dude, this is so cool! Look at this! I love this so much. It's beautiful. Oh, I should have attacked with a Nightveil Sprite first, so that was a mistake, I think. I think I can't kill Kiora, and like I can kill it next turn, so okay, it didn't matter. Yeah, the only yeah, a bit of missequence, but again, I'm learning the deck. I'm learning the deck, guys. Okay, discard draw. I believe they like buy back Giganta next turn. Discard draw. They for sure have a lot of lands, right? I can just chump the slivers, right? Yeah. Oh, this is so good. They can't attack with their 2/2s. Are they just drawing a handful of lands? Would be amazing for us. Oh, that's first strike. Doesn't matter too much though. Oh my god, that's a 1-drop sliver though. 1-drop slivers are awful for me because that represents the Flying Haste sliver. Maybe they don't see it. Discard. Okay, perfect. And we win! Oh my god, that is so cool! Let's go, GG. We are ready to play against Lyris. And let's see. Also, did I already mention that I basically was locked out of Arena for like 1.5 hours, so I needed to make this deck, like came to my PC, needed to make this deck, like did half of it. So it was really something. But I'm here to deliver you the content you deserve, guys. It's a bit awkward that like yeah, I don't think playing Otherworldly Gaze here makes too much sense. On turn 1, that is. Obviously, it's great later. I just fear that they have a bunch of removal and they have Graveyard Hate. That would also suck, kinda. Pilfering Imp, sure. Oglor, and please don't remove an opponent. That would mean a lot to me. He's cool, right? Doesn't deserve the hate. Okay, that's perfectly fine. And I think the card they should take is Tail's End here. Let's see. Like, I'm fine with basically these three going, and this is kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't care. Yep, perfect. Damage into the graveyard. Off you go. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am so much in love with this deck. It's so I don't know. It's something fresh. It's something different. I don't know. I'm just amazed. But again, like, you have seen literally my first games with this deck, and it's something. We mill here. Yes, we mill hard. There was an argument to keep the Jace, but I feel like I just want to get everything into the grave. Ooh, Brainstorm, you say? Okay. So we now Brainstorm, and we put. Do we want one of these? I kind of want the Cantrix in hand. So, but I also want to just play the Demi-Lich, right? Yeah. So I want to protect one of these from discard spells, right? And one of them lands in the graveyard. I feel like Commit Memory needs to go to the graveyard, and then we protect the Cantrix from discard. Makes sense? Then we go Demi-Lich. And then we exile everything but the Time Warp. And next turn we can swing in with a Demi-Lich. And then play a Time Warp. This is beautiful. Demi-Lich being an actually playable card. I know, it's amazing and impossible. Lifelink on... Oh, that's cool. They swing in. No blocks, obviously. Okay. I want this in the graveyard to play it next turn. Because I now go... Oh, they surrender. But my play was Cantrix, land, Thirst for Knowledge, hopefully discard more creatures, and then reshuffle everything to create a huge army. GG. We are ready to play against Chandra Awakened Inferno. Ha! Can't be countered, you say. Good thing we're not in mono blue, right? Wrong, we are. Let's see. I feel like Planeswalkers are good against this deck. I just need to draw a few lands. I'm very low on lands. I realize that. I play some lands that are just because there are creatures on the front side. Because I need to have a high creature density. After these games, I think I can also just bump the creature count up. Some creatures I've been thinking about is the wall, the 2-mana wall that mills you for 4, the gargoyle that mills if you tap it. I think those are good additions, but I just don't know what. Oh, that's so good for them. I am just not sure what to cut. What non-creatures to cut. K-Dragon's Fire as expected. This is... I feel like I just lose this game because they really quickly get their commander out here. And I can't respond in time with a huge army of mine. But I hope the Disdainful Stroke can do some stuff. I'm going to Spell Pierce the Strike Rich here. For sure. Stone Rain. I'm going to Spell Pierce the Stone Raider. 1000%. You can't stop me, opponent. Artifact, and this is basic land. Yeah, I want to draw land, so... that's a land. Yeah, that's... Okay, I don't need Glimpse yet. And I feel like... This J is a good card here. I feel like the Castaway is probably better in the graveyard. Then again, the Geist is also not that useful right now. Let's go with the Geist. And go with the tapland. Yep, I like it. They go land, strike it rich, and have a guaranteed Chandra next turn. Oh, cold steel heart, I'm sure. Same outcome. Okay, they have very much a guaranteed Chandra next turn. Well, let's see. If I feel like if I just play Jace and plus, that's a good play. So Jace, mill myself, and we play the Castaway just as board pressure, because then if they like -5 this Jace to get rid of it, then the Chandra is at 1 and I can swing in with the Castaway. That's an Inferno. That is... this is... wait. What is this artwork? That's so cool. You see what I'm seeing? We're holding this off. Are we? Are we even holding this? Man, this is uncounterable tribal, isn't it? This is not that great. You don't tap for anything, right? Yeah, you don't tap for anything. Yep, sure. Give me an Inferno as well. And we are just chilling, right? Castaway swing in, and Inferno you don't attack, and then if it somehow gets removed, like I hold Thirst up, I'm fine with this trade. I'm so fine with this trade. I should have... it's interesting. I should have floated the mana here while I had Legend on the field. Okay. Do I get to have a land here? Man, if Oglor is not on the field, this deck... I was saying, this deck doesn't do too much, but now we have a strategic planning, hopefully milling a few creatures. Those are not a few creatures, in fact. Maybe I should have taken the land, but I also... yeah, I feel like this is not my greatest matchup, so to speak. Yep. Swing and Castaway. Go ahead. Cast away. They're going to -3 the board. Which is fine, which is fine. Dice, mill 3 cards. We're just getting a lot of value from this. I feel like we can just win this based on the value of our creatures we have. Oh, now we can kill Chandra, right? Yeah, we can kill Chandra here. That's pretty good for us. This forces him to spend more mana. So, land. We probably mill as well. We don't have a legendary on the field, but this is fine. We hold up the Disdainful Stroke as well. Yep, haste, and now we have our white Skargan Hellkite ready to rumble, and I think there was an argument to be made to not give this haste, so it would be bigger than their Hellkite. But it's fine, it's fine. They don't even need to spend a treasure here, right? Yeah, they don't. They give me more emblems. I don't have that many ways to gain life in this deck, don't I? Okay, -4. Sure. Sure, resolve. And, oh, we can just go a bit crazy here, right? Yeah. Hermit and Curator seem fine. Yep. Mill. Sure. The second and oh, the Glorybringer, and I think that does it. The Glorybringer killing the Curator of Mysteries. Yeah, I think we can't keep up with this. That was a cool game. GG. We are ready to play against Tovolar. And interesting. It's a really interesting. I go first. I think I like it. Yeah. let's try it. I'm not going to cycle until Oglor is on the field. Would really suck if they kill it. I want to draw a discard for this Wonder and this Narcomoeba. A Brainstorm for Narcomoeba would be insane, because Brainstorm is put into the graveyard and then immediately leaves the graveyard, so I not only get the Narcomoeba, but I also get the zombies if I stack the triggers right. Yep. But at this rate, don't I just, like, play the Narcomoeba? Probably not. Start with a cycle and see what I get, I guess. So let's see. I'm only playing the 1-mana cycle creatures because they're so cheap to cycle. But again, I kind of want to have a higher creature density in this deck. Okay, Oglor. Oh, that is huge. That is actually huge. I'm not going to attack. I'm not sure what flash cards they might have or some weird things. I'm just chilling. Yep, in response I want to Thirst and discard these two, as they're pretty useless otherwise. And I even want to discard them if I just draw 3 lands, right? Yeah, probably. Okay. Decline and then go Wonder Narcomoeba. Aha, now it's a flying Oglor. Yep, that's fine by me. Yep. So now the question is, do I even play Oglor on curve here? Or do I want to play him when I have at least something like a 1-mana cycler to go with it? Probably play him on... Like, I could go tap... I have 2 more lands, right? And a Thirst. So I think it's not very likely that I'm lacking lands. Yeah, let's go with Oglor. He's coming back. Back for more. I hope they are just like a bit greedy, equip the Shadow Spear on Oglor, and then just let it go to nighttime. Nah, that's a fight spell, right? Nope, no blocks. Just let it go to night. Be a bit greedy. Can't handle shit. Okay, they didn't want to do it in my upkeep, otherwise I would have triggered Oglor, and it could have been bad for them. Gotta admit that. I think I'd like playing the Guardian here, and then I could mimic the Guardian as well. Ooh. Now that is probably better. Just play this as a land, so I set up for just actually decent cards next turn. And then I can just drop a few big creatures here and there. Or arguably Tovolar, no, not Tovolar, Oglor again next turn. But man, he really wants to stick on the board here. Shadow Spear, sure, that's fine. I have 2 creatures here. Oh, and it overkilled by 1. So 1 card in their hand now has permanent +1/+1. Yep. Sure, this is fine. No blocks. We're chilling. We're just chilling. So the big question here is, I think they have like a bolt, right? I think I just like playing Geist of Regret and cycling the Windcaller even. That seems fine. Random instant or sorcery from my deck into the graveyard. Ooh! Oh yeah. Sweet, sweet Oblivion. That is actually insane, right? Yeah. I just need to have an Oglor on the field. Oh, nope. There goes my oh so insane card. So far, it... Is this Tovola Voltron? Is this Tovola Voltron? So far it says only been removal and Tovola swing in, right? I think it is. And if that's the case, Striped Riverwinder should be pretty decent. Yeah, sure. You get flying until end of turn. Enjoy it. I'm just going to play this. Then I'm going to block your commander and you're not going to like it. Pass turn. They have so much life, like this is not what this game is about. I just need to get to the point where I have... Yeah, sure. Okay, they have just a bunch of removals. So now that we kind of figured out what the opponent is playing, the Stripe... They have the unbeatable bomb. Oh, this card is so awful to play against. Just when this flits... Man, 5 mana... No. Hexproofs with 5/5 are cheating. Like, who would play a 5/5 with Hexproof? That's awful. Why would you do this? I will never understand these people. I think we're done for here. Like, I was just not analyzing correctly what the opponent was playing. And that was basically my downfall here, right? Can't just go Guardian, just make a board presence, I guess. And then even this might not be enough in the near future, right? Okay, then play you as well. I think discarding Thirst for Knowledge is probably the best. That doesn't matter too much. Well, we draw first anyways. They have so much removal that this just... Everbrook Caretaker, what a card. I don't think it's OP, it's just, you know, good. In draft, this traumatized me, basically. I think you can also play Leather Armor in the deck to protect Oglor early on. That would have saved us probably, like, because if Oglor was like on the field all this time, this would have been insane. Like, I could have created so many 2/2s. I could have like went into sweet Oblivion turns, exiling creatures, getting more and more creatures, just overall goodness basically. But it was not meant to be. I feel like we just die if they attack with everything, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if they animate Haven. Yeah, I'm just dead. Yeah. Okay. So what they needed to do is they needed to animate the Haven with these 3 greens and now attack with everything and then tap the Embers to give everything plus. And now they just replay their huge card, right? If I get a land, that would be okay, but it's like... Yeah, now everything they have is hexproof. The Shadow Spear giving them trample is pretty relevant here, though. Can't remove it, like, ever. Hexproof artifact. But yeah, I think those matches were pretty cool, honestly. Gonna refine the deck a bit, and oh my god, look at him go. Space. It is a werewolf deck, but they basically just Yep, and that is a good game. Wow, GG. We are done with the game, so I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. And yeah, Oglor Devoted Assistants. Pretty cool and unique deck in Historic Brawl. Mono Blue Selfmill. We don't see that every single day, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This deck, I think you could use a few more creatures. I'm going to cut a few of the non-creatures, and we see where we go from there, basically. And some more interactions and like some more bounce creatures or stuff like that could also really help. Like interaction on creatures, I can see that happening in this deck. If you want to play this deck on a budget, what can you cut? What do you need? You don't need the Time Warp, you don't need the Magic Mirror. You can just replace cards like Seagate Restoration with lands, obviously. The creatures are what you really need though, because as you can see, we're short on creatures, and the creatures we play are really good. Like you saw Vizier of Many Faces being really good. You saw Demi-Lich absolutely popping off. Wonder, I guess you can cut it, but like it is a free bonus for being in your graveyard, so why not play it, right? A bunch of, like, all these creature cards are probably what you're looking at first. Desecrated Tomb is obviously really good as well. It's not as fast as Oglor, but still, like, if you're just getting your creatures back one by one by one, and it's still just a great way to just gain more and more creatures on the board. Mox Ember, obviously. If you haven't checked out my crafting guide, this card is highly recommended, and as well as the guide, obviously. Yeah. And yeah, I think the deck is pretty sweet. You watched me stumble through the literal first games with this deck, and hope you enjoyed it. I will see you tomorrow, and stay safe.